So let's say you do want to buy a property in Dominican Republic. How do you do it? Well, the Dominican system is very similar to that of North America, and all purchases are viewed equally under law. So this means that whether you are a Dominican or a foreigner, you have the same legal rights as they pertain to real estate.
We're very picky and careful about the properties that we do list on our various sites. Casa Linda is obviously our favorite. It's where we have chosen to live and where we think is one of the best projects in the area. However, there are a lot of great condos. There's a lot of other stuff as well, and we're happy to show you all of those. We're very particular though. We only show things that are in gated communities, that have an administration component, which we actually haven't even touched on that much, which is the ability to have a lock up and leave, which is you can go home and have somebody pay your bills, make sure your house is taken care of, and also a rental management component should you wish to use your property as a rental when you're not here. These are all very large services that isn't offered by everybody, and while we think we're great, there's also other great real estate companies too, but we are a one-stop shop in terms of service, and that's another component when you're going to buy is, make sure that that real estate agent's going to be there for you the whole process and after your sale too. You purchase a condo that's already constructed or a house that's already built. Now you're talking about a resale property and you're dealing with the vendor. Also where it's really important to have a good realtor that understands the real estate laws and represents your interests well, especially if you're double ending it, because we have no MLS here. We tend to always represent the buyer and the seller. So that's the first thing. The second thing is maybe you want to build a villa, right? Yeah. So now you're picking a lot and you're looking at plans and you're doing all of that. Once you've nailed down the what, now it's the how. So no matter what, obviously the next steps in any country is to do an offer, have it accepted, determine what you're buying and the price. The next steps, if you're buying resale, basically you're paying for it. You're not coming down with a suitcase full of cash, although that has actually happened to me. I don't recommend that. But you go home and you come with your contract and there's a timeline. You go home and you either send the money down to your real estate lawyer, which we'll have introduced you to long before you ever leave the country, and you basically are purchasing the property and you take possession. If it's something where you're buying something that's to be built, then you're doing a lot deposit and it's construction draw stage payments that's also sent to the lawyer. We have another contract in this country, actually two, one called an offer, or we have the offer of purchase that you originally determine the amount, and then they have a promise of sale and a contract de venta, which is the documents that outline everything in Spanish that conveys the title of the property to you. You will get an English version always to approve, and then at the end of that, when that's all finished, when you finish paying for the property, whether it's a new one or a resale, when it's done, the title is transferred to your name just like it is wherever you come from, and it now belongs to you. And that's really it. Now, if you get into mortgage financing, that's a little bit of a different story. You have a bank to be involved with in the interim that also has a line on the title and has an interest in the property, but very similar, I find, to North America, not very different. Especially having owned a mortgage brokerage, we don't find it very dissimilar at all, very similar process. Because we're foreign buyers and we're not landed immigrant status here in any way normally when people are buying, so that they're a foreign investor. So it takes a little bit more due diligence on the side of the banks down here. But it is possible.
It is.
But we always recommend if you can bring cash, that's the best way. It's just a lot easier. Lawyers here are very similar to what we're used to back home. They all speak English, at least the ones that we will take you to. Money is never sent to me. Money is never sent to a developer. Money is always sent to your lawyer's trust account, or if you're American, an escrow account. And it's distributed by your signature through a power of attorney, if you're not here, to the company that you bought the house from, whether it's a developer or whether it's just a standalone vendor. Yeah. So everything is done very professionally and very similarly to what we're used to, except the fees are a lot lower.
Much lower.
You can count on, for legal fees, between 0.75 and 1% of the purchase price of the property. This includes all disbursements. At DR Properties, we're here to guide you through the process of getting your tropical home. Be sure not to miss any content or videos from our channel by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell. Like this video and share it if the content was helpful to you. Until the next time,